Welcome to my website, http://www.reginaldgardner.com. What to do to prepare for a baby? Well, first of all, congratulations. As I mentioned, my name is Reginald Gardner, and I'm going to share some things with you that hopefully will help you with that new baby that you're going to be bringing home. One of the first things is budget, budget, budget. I don't know how much debt that you have, but if you're about to bring a new baby home, you probably want to start working on that debt, knocking it down, because the baby in and of himself or herself is going to bring in some more expense. And so I would work diligently in getting rid of whatever debt that you have. Also, what I want to share with you today is how you can be able to take care of this baby on a budget that's affordable. And I'm going to get into that more as I go along. And I'm going to show you something that's very exciting. How you'll be able to shop and not only save money, but get cash back. Have you interest yet? Get cash back. Alright. Well, one of the first things you need to do in preparation for your new baby, get yourself a good camera. Doesn't have to be expensive. A lot of your cell phones have cameras on them now and take some pretty good pictures. And so who doesn't want to show baby pictures? I mean, isn't that darling? Everybody loves baby pictures. All right. I'm ready, he says. Oh, there you go. What do you think of them blue eyes? Do you get the picture yet? I guess I just made a play on words, didn't I? That's one of the first things we do in preparing for the new baby. We want to have a photo record of our baby. Another thing that I would strongly suggest, if you have pets, you might consider keeping them separate from your baby. I have been around the planet for a while, and I know that a lot of people say my pet would never hurt my child. Well, I hate to pop your bubble, but I've seen pets cause a lot of harm to newborn babies. Just because it's a baby does not mean that the pet understands it's a baby. Now, some pets do, but not all pets do. So I'd be very careful. Another thing about pets, whether you have a cat or a dog, they have what's called dander. And that dander gets into the air, it gets into the furniture, into the clothing. And there are some babies that are allergic to pet dander. I have known families that have pets and then they bring a baby home, and for whatever reason, the baby starts to be sick all the time. And it's from the pet dander. I've even been in situations where the parents learn that their pet is causing the sickness of their child, and they still refuse to get rid of the pet. Now, I can't understand that kind of mentality, and I'm not trying to be mean or disrespectful, But to know that I have a cat or a dog that's making my baby sick is just not acceptable. I know a mother that had a cat for like 2 years, 2 years after she learned that it was causing her baby to be severely sick. And it took her that long before she finally got rid of her cat. That's just crazy. So you need to take in consideration that if you're having a new baby and you're bringing it into the house, your pet, as much as you love it, could cause some real serious health issues with your new baby. In cleaning your baby, you want to use sponges and pads that are sterile. You want to make sure that they are of a good quality. This is your precious child that you're taking care of. So when you're using cleaning material, make sure that it is safe. Not everything, and I'm going to be hammering this all the way through this presentation. Not everything that you buy at the store is safe. Just because you buy it at a store does not mean it's safe. One of the major reasons why is because much of what we buy is not even made here in the United States. It comes from other countries that do not have the quality control that we have. And then we go to Walmart, Kmart, yada yada yada, Target, and we think that when we buy it it's safe. It is not always safe. So dot your I's, cross your T's when you're taking care of your child. Baby clothes. Most of us know babies grow very, very quickly. And so you want to buy clothes that they can grow into, because you're probably going to be going through baby clothes very fast. And again, many of these clothes come from other countries, and the material that they're made of may not be always safe for your child. So you want to always be aware of the clothing and what it's made of. Same way when you're buying baby blankets. You can see right here, this looks like a nice, warm, fluffy bed for your child. But I've seen this stuff where it starts to come apart very easily, and the baby can easily suck it down its windpipe. So you want to make sure that what you buy is of a good quality. Again, this is your baby, this is your child. You don't want to cut costs and expense to the detriment of your child. Same way when you're buying toys for your baby. Most of us know babies put everything in their mouth. And just as you see here, the baby is chewing on that little red ball. But what if that little red ball came unglued and came off that little doll, that little piece of wood? All of a sudden, it could get lodged in your baby's throat, and the next thing you know, your baby is turning blue, and you don't know why. So when you're buying baby toys, make sure that they're not small enough to get into their windpipe, that even here they're well secured, they're glued very well, they can't come apart. You don't want your baby turning blue on you. Diapers. There's all kinds of manufacturers for diapers. I've seen babies suffer some serious rashes because of the material that's in the diaper was causing a allergic or chemical reaction on the baby. So if you see something happening like that, you want to maybe immediately change brand of diapers. You want to be very careful about what you're putting your baby in. Also, with diapers, we live in an age now where they have all kinds of, as you see here, a diaper bag. They have separate waste containers for diapers, a very secure place to put dirty diapers. You want to discard them properly. You want to be aware of sanitation. You don't want to have a house that reeks from these dirty diapers because they've been sitting in a pail and they're beginning to get very rancid. So take care of those diapers and be very careful even when you're in public. I've seen people just throw them out on the street or on the lawn. People do not want to deal with your dirty diapers. Dispose of them in a proper and a safe way, please. A baby monitor. I tell you what, technology is great. I would strongly suggest that you have a baby monitor. This allows you to lay your baby down in one room while you're doing your chores or whatever in another room, and yet you can be aware of every move, every sound that your baby makes. This is somewhat sophisticated. It has a video, but you can get them without a video where they're just monitoring the noise, the sound. So whatever, either one works very well. But I would strongly suggest that you have a baby monitor, and they're not all that expensive. And again, if you go to my site that I was talking about earlier, I'll show you how to cut the expense. All right, bibs. Bibs are absolutely essential. I think everybody knows a baby, when you're feeding it, that can get to be quite a messy little job. And you'll save yourself a lot of time just in having these bibs and keeping the rest of their clothing clean to where you're not increasing your laundry. Crib. This is absolutely very vital to understand, to have the proper crib. One that is sturdy, one that's not going to come apart on you, but also that the rails are close enough together that the baby's head cannot get between the rails and they end up choking themselves to death. That has happened a lot of times. There are a lot of cribs out there. Not all cribs are safe. So you do not want a crib where the rails are wide enough that the baby can get its head in between the rails, and while you're in another room, your baby now is choked itself to death. The other thing is, you notice, you see the mattress, and the mattress fits both the length and the width of this crib. You don't want your baby to be able to fall between the mattress and the crib again, where it could choke itself or injure itself. So make sure you have a good, solid, sturdy crib, and one where the rails are close enough together that you will not cause harm to your baby. Teething, kind of the same as toys. The babies will teethe, and it will be a very uncomfortable situation for your child, as some of you probably already know. Some babies, when they are teething, they put up quite a little fuss, and so the teething ring, as you see here, should be such that they can't get it down into their throat and choke on it. You need it to be something that when they're chewing on it, it does not rupture, and then whatever that thing is filled with all of a sudden is in the baby's mouth. So you want to make sure that the material that teething ring is made out of is a good, safe material in and of itself, that it's not small enough to choke your child. High chairs. There are thousands of high chairs out there. You want to make sure that the high chair is good and sturdy, that it has straps where you can strap the baby in, where the baby's secure. You do not want your baby launching itself out of its high chair. This is just absolutely scary just looking at this picture. And I've seen parents put their children in things like this and then turn around and walk away. And I have seen kids do this very thing. And it just boggles my mind. Some parents will show more attention for their pet than they will for their own child. Same way with car seats. You'll find car seats, there's many different styles of car seats out there. There's many people that have this baby furniture, baby chairs, baby car seats for sale because their child has now outgrown them. And more often than not, the stuff that you're purchasing is not safe. So you want to make sure, just as you do a car seat, there's standards for these car seats, and they need to be met so that your baby is very secure and very safe. I have personally known of a situation where a mother put her child in the front seat, had a car seat, but had the car seat turned around where the baby was actually facing forward. She was in a parking lot of a shopping center, and somehow or another wasn't paying attention, and she rear-ended another car, just barely hit it, and the airbag went off and decapitated her baby. I know that sounds gruesome, but I'm telling you, you need to be aware of what you're doing when you put your baby in a car. Baby thermometer. I would recommend something like this. It doesn't have to be this particular brand, but something that they're not going to get into their mouth and get themselves choked on. So I've kind of gone through some of the different things that you need to do in preparing for your baby. Now, as I mentioned before, my name is Reginald Gardner. If you will go to http://www.reginaldgardner.com and listen to the presentation. And I know when you first look at the presentation, you might think, well, this really has nothing to do with me. Yes, it does. On this presentation, I will show you how you can shop online at every major store with every major brand, whether here in the United States or around the globe, and you'll be able to get 4 to 7% cash back on what you purchase. Yes, I said 4 to 7% cash back. As I mentioned in the very beginning, budget, budget, budget. When you bring this child under your roof, your budget is going to increase. And it's going to keep increasing as your child grows because of its needs. And so, what I'm about to share with you will not only save you money as a newborn, but will save you money all the way through the growth of the child. And if you have multiple children, you'll say, well, what's the catch? There's no catch. If you go to my site, listen to the presentation, take advantage of it, you'll be able to shop, as I mentioned, at virtually every major store with every major brand and gets 4 to 7% cash back. How do we do it? We cut out the middleman. These stores spend huge dollars to advertise. We cut out the middleman, therefore the stores, the merchants, the industry rewards us by giving us cash back. Again, thank you for allowing me to share with you how to prepare for your newborn baby. May God bless you, and you have a wonderful day.